Hey guys, welcome to the video. Thanks for watching. Before I get into the video, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the passing of a dear friend, an avid hockey and Rivermen fan and sports fan overall, avid wrestling fan as well. Mr. Jason Ellis has suddenly and tragically passed, and it leaves me with a heavy heart and still struggling to come to grips with he's no longer here with us. Just a complete shock to the system to learn of his passing, and he will be truly missed. My condolences go out to his close friends and family. He was a great guy, and he definitely left his impact on a lot of people. So you will be truly missed, Jason Ellis. Rest easy. So in this video, I would like to speak on the Rivermen's record-breaking and historic regular season and playoff run, which inevitably led to the raising of the President's Cup this year, second time in franchise history since joining the SPHL. This feat has been done, and it's the first time the Rivermen have raised the cup on home ice since joining the SPHL. So, great accomplishments and something to be proud of if you're a Rivermen fan for sure. Rivermen became the first team in SPHL history to raise a cup after losing Game 1 of the finals. This has not happened no matter if it's been a 3-game series, 5 or 7. Rivermen are the only team to lose Game 1 in the final and come back to raise the cup. So again, that's one record down for the Rivermen and something to be very proud of, a great accomplishment for the Rivermen franchise. Rivermen turned in a strong season, even though they didn't finish first overall. They did finish second overall and still had a strong season and a record-breaking season when it came to playing home games. Their overall record was 37-14-1-4, which is very respectable and good enough for second place and 79 points overall. Their home record, which again is a record breaker, is 24-1 and 3. 24-1 and 3. Only one regulation loss all season long, and that came by way of Huntsville Havoc, who we played in the final. And our away record is something that definitely can be improved on. It was just under 500 with a 13-13-2 record overall. And a lot of those struggles came early on in the road. The Rivermen got much better playing on the road in the final half of the season. A majority of those losses came in the first half of the season for the Rivermen. And a lot of speculation was due to Coach Trudell not being on the road with the Rivermen in the first half of the season. So we already covered 2 reasons why it was a historic and record-breaking year for the Rivermen. Touched on 2 records, becoming the first team to raise a cup after losing Game 1, and the best home ice record over the course of a full season. So those are 2 accomplishments. Any franchise would be proud to own those records. I'm definitely a proud fan of those records myself, and why wouldn't I be? The Rivermen's overall record since joining the league is 325 wins, mixed with 113 regulation losses and 57 losses in overtime or a shootout. Not a bad record, honestly. Rivermen have league highs. Since joining the league, when they did, Rivermen have the best overall win percentage, best win percentage at home, and best win percentage on the road. So in all three categories, you guessed it, Rivermen ranked number 1. Overall, their win percentage, not including the 2024 season, is .714. Their home ice record, winning percentage, .729. And their winning percentage on the road, .641. Again, 7.14 overall, .729 at home, .641 on the road. These all rank number 1 in the league, especially since Rivermen joining the league. Rivermen never finishing below 3rd place overall since joining the league, which makes Rivermen by the numbers one of the most winningest franchises in league history since the Rivermen have joined the league. Again, something to be proud of. And the Rivermen just added on to these numbers with their historic cup run of last season. So, again, nothing but smiles for this Rivermen fan. I couldn't be more proud of this organization for the work they've done in the SPHL, the records they've set. We've been spoiled. We really have. You know what? Things may not have went our way initially when we came in as far as championships go. You know, our first 3 opportunities, we weren't successful. But we have been successful on our last 2. So we're closing that gap on success when it comes to a championship. In 2 and 3 years, that's something to be proud of. And we're looking to make it 3 and 4 years. And I think it's very plausible. And I think Rivermen have to be considered legit contenders to repeat as champs. I don't know how you can make an argument that they shouldn't be favored, given the numbers that they've put up, not just last year or the year before, but since joining the league. They've done nothing but put up record-breaking numbers since joining this league. It's just facts, guys. You can look it up yourself. You know, so obviously Rivermen own the record for most home ice wins with 24 through a season. Number 2 on that list is Knoxville Ice Bears with 23. But most points, again, this is a record in the SPHL. Most points in a season, 89, done by the Rivermen. We finished with 79 this season. And like I said, I already went over their winning percentage, which, again, ranks number 1 in the SPHL amongst all teams. Not bad for villains with targets on our back every time we take the ice, I would say. Goals for throughout the season. Last year, 192 goals scored versus 139 goals against. In the playoffs, and again, this is best in the playoffs, after round 1. This don't include the teams that were eliminated in round 1 because, you know, you guys only played like 2 games. But goals for was 34 for the Rivermen, and goals against were 15 throughout the playoffs. To put that in perspective, who we played in the final, Huntsville Havoc, their goals for throughout the playoffs were 30, and their goals against were 24. So we let up basically 10 less goals than our opponents in the final. Again, so that serves as best, you know, when it comes to the playoffs for goals for and goals against. Just so proud of this team, the players, the organization, the staff. I love this. I love reading these numbers, and I can read them off all day, much to the chagrin of a lot of you, I'm sure. Which also just brings up the point, and to me, it's just amazing after all the stats we put up last year, raising the cup, breaking records, making history, and yet still no MVP, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, or Goalie of the Year, because the committee was on drugs. sorry, not sorry, but they were ignorant that year, and they just wanted to give these awards out to people that weren't Rivermen. Is the only thing I can think of, because hands down Zach Wilkie was Defensive Player of the Year. Hands down Goalie of the Year was Nick Latinovich. And you can make an argument for Hageman or Alec Bear or even JMP being in the MVP run. I understand Drake Glover and Carson Rose. If they would have won that MVP above any Rivermen, they had outstanding years. And I still think it should have been Drake Glover, not Carson Rose. So again, the committee still got that wrong. Rookie of the Year, they got that wrong too. I mean, they gave it to a guy that had way less games in the SPHL than anybody else. It just didn't make sense to me. And like I said, Defensive Player of the Year, that's Zach Wilkie. Hate him or like him, we all know that's Zach Wilkie. And so for him not to get that was just a giant middle finger, but Rivermen got the last laugh, didn't they, when they raised the cup. So we got the most important trophy. So with that, I'll go ahead and wrap it up. I look forward to next year and continuing our success in this league, and I think we got a legit chance to be back-to-back champs. And I can't wait to do more of these videos in the future. And with that, I'll always keep it Rivermen style. Have a good day, guys.